Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Sean from Ridesharing101.com. Hey, in today's video, I want to talk to you about taxes, and this specifically taxes on Uber rides that may be coming to San Francisco. And I'm going to adjust this screen here a little bit so you can see more of my handsome unshaven mug. There we go. I told you I don't really do a lot with editing. In fact, I do none with editing. That was my editing. So there you go. Ride sharing videos done by a Luddite here in the San Francisco Bay Area. Anyway, there's a story that's been in the paper, but I first actually heard this from Kevin the Entrepreneur. Sorry, I have a hard time saying that, but thanks to Kevin for pointing it out. I told him I was going to kind of rip it off and do a story on it as well, and he said go for it. So I got the thumbs up from Kevin. But basically, if you live in the San Francisco Bay Area, this is what you need to know. It's going to a vote to the Board of Supervisors sometime this week, and then they'll put it on the ballot if it passes this week on the November 5th ballot. And what the city of San Francisco is proposing is a tax on all Uber and Lyft and other rideshare companies, if they, should do business in San Francisco, is a tax. And it's a 1.5% shared rides, which basically means Uber Pool, 3.25% for solo rides, for Uber X, and electric vehicles will also be taxed for the first 5 years at 1.5%. So basically, this is a long-term tax. If they're talking about electric vehicles being taxed 1.5% for the first 5 years, the tax is going to be around for at least 5 years. And like I said, this will be voted on November 5th, or it'll finish going through the Board of Supervisors process this week, and it'll probably go to the November 5th ballot, and you'll vote yes or no. It's estimated that it will bring in $30 to $35 million per year for the city. Now, this is where it gets a little interesting. Half the tax will go to the County Transportation Authority, and that is run by the 11 supervisors of San Francisco. So basically, the 11 supervisors of San Francisco are going to distribute and allocate half of the $30 to $35 million, and they're going to say where they think it should go. So obviously, that means that, we'll call it 15 million because that's half. 11 supervisors. Each supervisor is basically going to get $1 million to work on improvements in his or her area. So that's kind of a little boondoggle for the supervisors. Oh yes, hey, look what I did for my area. I fixed this stretch of road that has been ignored by the city, and look what I did. I got it done. So I'm sure there'll be something like, isn't it amazing that, the two highest campaign donors to the supervisor got the roads fixed in front of their house? Isn't that interesting? San Francisco politics, or politics anywhere, it's the same. The other half, the remaining half of the $30 to $35 million will be given to the San Francisco Municipal Transportation Agency, which, does all the other stuff that a city should do. My question for this is, I don't know what the annual budget is for transportation and safety, which is what this money is going to go to. But my concern is, I think these funds should augment what the city already pays and not replace it, because a lot of times that's what happens. You'll have a new tax, it'll meet or exceed the current level of funding, And then the city says, oh, see, we don't need to allocate for that now. We've got this tax. We're going to spend this money on something else. And it'll screw it up. It'll waste the money on something. Then the other income source maybe goes down. Maybe the economy tanks a little bit. Uber and Lyft ridership is down. And instead of 30 to 35 million, you've now got 15 to 20 million. And you're back to having potholes. And everybody's going, it's a shame, these roads. And, and it's like, well, no, the shame is that you sort of screwed up and, instead of using it to augment, you replaced it, and then you kind of screwed up your tax source. So anyway, that's my take. I'm interested in what you think, because, a lot of cities will follow what San Francisco does, a lot of cities in California, and then if enough cities in California do it, then it will expand, and other large metropolitan areas will go, we can make some money too. So what do you think? I think it's a fine idea as long as the city uses that money to augment what they're already allocating. I don't think that they should change what they allocate unless they want to change it upwards, but they shouldn't use this tax to replace the money that they're already using. They should combine the two and keep it that way. That's my thought. What do you think? Please respond, leave a message, and check out the Facebook group, Ridesharing101. Check out the website, ridesharing101.com. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. All right, guys, thanks. Be safe, be careful, be kind to one another. All right, bye.